Welcome to the Core Idea. One of the cliffhangers I left you with on Monday was the perspective that we are all individual stars that make up constellations of the universe. And today, we get to dive into the core idea of what I meant by that. Physics defines a star as a self-luminous celestial body of gas that generates energy through nuclear fusion reactions in its core. Cliff note translation of that is something that creates its own light. I don't know about you, but that sounds an awful lot like the human experience to me. And just like stars, no two are exactly alike. Yet together, they create something far greater than themselves. A constellation, a community, a universe. And yes, I am inviting you to look at yourself today as a big ball of light. And since I have listeners across multiple generations on the core idea, I know that not everyone may be familiar with Linkin Park. So here's a quick bit of context. In the year 2000, 6 guys formed a rock band that would go on to create anthems for generations. Chester Bennington was their frontman. This particular song, One More Light, was released in May 2017, fittingly during Mental Health Awareness Month. Tragically, Chester took his life just a short time later in July of that same year. Now that we have both an understanding of light and a backstory of the musician, let's get into the song from that perspective.
Should have stayed, were the signs I ignored. Can I help you not to hurt anymore? We saw brilliance when the world was asleep. There are things that we can have but can't keep.
Wow, so immediately that feels pretty heavy to me, right? Especially with the weight of the words and the untimely death of the musician behind them. I think that we should sit together with that for a moment. Do the questions from this first verse bring up a memory from a time when you may have extended a helping hand or a light to somebody in need? Then the verse goes on to talk about having things that we can't keep, and I think that's speaking on material things, right? You know, because humans want so many things, we hold on to so many materialistic things, but then we can't take them with us whenever our experience is over.
If they say, who cares if one more light goes out in the sky of 1,000,000 stars? It flickers, flickers. Who cares when someone's time runs out? If a moment is all we are, or quicker, quicker. Who cares if one more light goes out? Well, I do.
When I hear this next part, the chorus, I think of that constellation metaphor from Monday again, right? In the sky of 1,000,000 stars. It may seem like one star going out while all these other stars staying lit doesn't matter. And to me, it hints at the mindset of, we aren't here for a long time, so why should I worry about somebody else's star or somebody else's light? And if I'm being honest here, I think that it's fair to say that we've all been selfish at one point or another. I know that I have. I think that's one of the lessons that comes with the human experience. But then the verse goes on to say, who cares if one more light goes out? Well, I do. To me, that means there's always someone that cares and that it's important to find that someone. And maybe that's the core idea of this song, that in a sky of a million stars, they all matter. Recently, I was fortunate to find that someone, and a few weeks ago, I got to sit down with them. That someone is none other than Cochran's own Mayor, Carla Coley. Originally, when I sat down with her, I wanted to know things about our community, like water quality and housing issues. But to my pleasant surprise, we ended up discussing mental health.
When I 100%, I don't know if you, this is a huge thing for me.
Oh yes,
and that this is mental health is affected by so many different things.
Absolutely.
And a basis for most of it is just feeling safe, understood.
If you had one message to the whole community, what would you want them to know about respect and expectations in conflict?
That we are all part of the same community. We, gosh, I mean, I hate it's so cliche, but
right.
Again, be kind.
Be kind. It's so cliche, but so easy, right?
I know. I mean, it sounds so cliche, but I don't really care for the do unto others as you would have them do unto you. I mean, I'm just like, treat people with respect. Treat people as the God created creature that they are.
Yeah.
With the understanding that they are equal to you regardless of how you feel.
Right.
And treat them the way that God would treat them.
Right. Yes. Whether Carla realized it or not, she was sharing her light with me that day. And she continues to be an active light in our tiny community here in Cochran. Before we continue, I want to take a brief pause. If today's conversation about mental health, loss, or struggling feels personal to you, please know that help is available around the clock. In the United States, you can call or text 988 to reach the Suicide and Crisis Lifeline. One conversation could make all the difference, because if there's one thing that this song reminds me of, it's that every light matters. And yes, I mean you. If you'd like to watch my full interview with Mayor Carla Coley, you can find it on my YouTube channel at The Kohr Idea. The next part of this song speaks deeply about grief and the stages of it. And as I was preparing this episode, I realized something. It was June 23rd, the anniversary of my dad's passing. With that thought, let's listen to the next part together.
The reminders pull the floor from your feet. In the kitchen, one more chair than you need. Oh, and you're angry, and you should be. It's not fair. Just 'cause you can't see it doesn't mean it isn't there.
My dad, Paul, passed away in 2017, a month after this song was released. Ironically enough, the same month that Chester Bennington passed away. And as I began reflecting on the day, this verse, my dad, and Chester, I received a text message from another light in my life, my Aunt Ray. She was just checking in and letting me know that she was holding space for me in her thoughts. And honestly, that is this song. Right there, live in front of me, it was unfolding. As I sat with that moment, I found myself reflecting on the years I've spent navigating life without my dad and his light. And then this lyric hit me differently. Just because you can't see it doesn't mean that it isn't there. Maybe that's the core idea here. Not that grief disappears, not that loss disappears, but that the love that somebody shares with us doesn't disappear either. Sometimes we continue carrying their light along with us after they're gone. And to be able to piece all of that together and to see it from a different perspective after years of navigating life without him and his light, it was like he was standing right over my shoulder, watching me in real time. In times of grief, many people look for emotional support. Sometimes that's from family, friends, crisis hotlines, or even the mayor. And sometimes that emotional support comes with 4 paws. Animals are often a light for us. They seem to know when our light is vibrant, and they seem to know when our light is dim. And yet, they still love us the same. But what's really fascinating to me is that they can be lights for each other as well. He's getting a bath right now. He says, hi. So cute. So when I think about the heart, the core of this song, I'm reminded of the importance of unconditional love. And that we don't always have to go through similar experiences to be a light to somebody who needs an extra spark. I'm reminded of a community and togetherness, strong support systems. I'm reminded that all light matters. On Friday, we explore another light source, its differences and its similarities to the human experience. Go ahead and make sure to like, share, comment, and subscribe. Don't forget to turn on the notification bell to make sure you never miss an episode of The Core Idea.
Who cares if one more light goes out in the sky of a million stars? It flickers, flickers. Who cares when someone's time runs out? If a moment is all we are, or quicker, quicker. Who cares if one more light goes out?